Fuzz here, and welcome to a brand new virtual reality Vive series. So this is going to be Vanishing Realms, and I've got this pretty awesome holodeck customised background / skin for my main Steam VR hub, which is pretty awesome, I've got to say. But especially obviously when you're here and actually immersed in the environment. Before I do anything, I'm going to throw my slippers off so that I don't damage the Vive cable, since I'm forever standing all over it. And we'll go ahead and open up Vanishing Realms. I have actually had a good look at this game, and it's a really good experience actually in the good old virtual reality, and definitely one I would recommend for anybody that has a Vive headset. It is a room scale game, so at the moment it doesn't support the Rift, and we're going to go ahead and create a new player here. So we'll put this name in, Fuzz of course, and we'll hit the start button. So Vanishing Realms is your basic role-playing game, and it's got a pretty decent interface for virtual reality. I'll go through it all as we explore. And we start off in this dark environment here. It's about a 2-hour experience, so it's not a massive experience at the moment, although it is in early access and more chapters will be released in due course, at least according to the developer. So we've got some information here. Press and hold thumb pad, and that will let us just teleport over the place. So although this game does recommend quite a large area, 2 metres by 2 metres, I'm actually running just a bit under that. You can actually technically just stand on the spot and teleport everywhere, although that's not as much fun of course. And one of the great things about this game, one of the reasons it's so fun, is because you get to basically turn your controllers into all sorts of other accessories such as torches, bows, swords, even wands later on, which is very exciting. So here we have our interface down at the bottom. So we can pick up an apple there and just pop that in a bag for the time being. We've got one on either side with limited space. Although apparently we need to drop this down here for now. There we go. Right then, now we need to place, okay, now I was jumping ahead a bit, look, we need to pop this in the bag now. And then we can, I assume, move on. And we can see a kind of portal thing over there. So I know this might not look too exciting from your perspective, just watching on the monitors, but again, when you're actually in the environment, it's just a whole different experience. It truly is. While darkness rules the Mythlands, we immortals are forever banished. Thus do we summon you, hero Outlander, to seek our lost legacy. And then we've just got some more scrolls to read as we head over to our destination. It's not the most difficult game in the world, this, although there was a few moments when I played through it. I did get a little bit lost, but hopefully I should remember the way now. An undead king now holds dark dominion over our sacred island temple. Through long ages this realm of the dead has he filled with stolen treasure and ancient magic. And I might go for a complete let's play of this, but that really depends on what you guys think. So if you want to do any more episodes after this one, just let me know in the comments section and hit the like button on the video, and I'll certainly look at playing through this entire game, because as I said, it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination, but it is still a nice experience. Right then, so do we dare to go forth? Well, I think we should, otherwise it would be a bit of a slow game if we ended it there and then. And this is just, well, it's amazing in all honesty. You are in this full room scale environment, and everything is one-to-one. You know, you don't feel like you're floating in the air. Sometimes in VR, especially if you used to like Google Cardboard or whatever, you put in these 360 videos and you just feel like you're in a 360 video. You just feel like you're floating in that you're small in a massive environment. But that's not the case here. You do feel that everything is accurate. So there's not much we can do. We can peer over the edge if we want. But we approach the gem of regeneration, and there's some currency we can pick up, which is useful for purchasing weapons a little bit later on. And nothing else for us to really do here except pick that up, and we get 100 mana for our trouble. And we've got these red orbs floating all over the place now. and we can't teleport directly in front, so we have to kind of dodge these lest we get killed early on in the experience. And yeah, they were no trouble. Our first checkpoints. So our game saves automatically as we step over these checkpoints here. So have a quick look around this room. Just marvellous while I'm here before we move on. I truly feel like I am standing in the middle of a dungeon. There is no other way to explain what it is that I'm experiencing to you guys other than to say that I feel like I'm standing in a dungeon. So there we go, got a torch. We can look around in the dark now, set things on fire if we want to. Ooh, scary face ahead of us. There's no real need to, but we can set some of these things on fire if we want to. Again, it's just, the interactivity of the environment. It does add an extra layer to the immersion. Let's just go ahead and see what this scroll says here. A gem, a chalice buried deep, silent watchers, a dying sleep, with crown of bones, rusted ring, in darkness stirs forgotten king. Okay, let's just move over a bit so that I'm not bashing into the real world. And we'll just like that again. Well, for the first time actually. So we seem to be locked into this place. We've got a room over there and a dungeon door which needs a key. So, alas, a key is what we have to find. And wow, look at those bays coming through. I wonder if we can just have a peek outside. Yeah, we can. I was going to say, one thing I do like to check in all the different VR experiences, they all work differently in this regard, is if you can actually break them. So, obviously the red border, turn the auto pause off, is where I can approach. So this wall in the game world obviously doesn't exist in the real world, so if I walk through it. Ah, right, okay, no, I can't make this game. Sometimes you can look on the outside of the maps, but that's a pretty good system that you automatically teleport back when you try and walk through the world. Just means you can't break the immersion, which is always a good thing. And what can we loot from in here? Golden chalice, that should give us some dosh, it does. We've got 66 gold now. Try not to spend all that at once. And there's a key over here, along with a little bit more money. So we can either pop the key in the bag or just hold on to it for now because we are going to use it immediately. Put that in. I'm actually having to put a key in. It's not like, I'm just pushing buttons and stuff. Ooh, that doesn't look too good, does it? I wonder what lies beyond that door. Hey! Hello, little fella. Oh dear, okay, I'll leave you alone. Right, key. Okay. I assume we can use the same key, can't we? Ooh. Okay, I thought that was blood. It was actually just a... Is it? It's just a rug, isn't it? It's a pretty nice sky out there. Right then, so let's see what this book is telling us. Bone feather, potion red, in altar set ablaze, burning wards of the dead, ashes fall on sunless maze. So we need to find these 3 items, a bone, a feather, and a red potion. Set them all on fire on that altar, and then we shall be able to proceed. So, bone, feather, and red potion. Let's see if we can open this door. Doesn't look like we can, so we need to find a switch of some kind, don't we? Maybe if we actually light the altar with nothing on it to begin with. Yeah, looks like that's just about done the job. So we'll grab the bone there. That was a bone, wasn't it? Yeah, it must have been. Pick up our money. Loot all the other good stuff that we can while we are in here. And I'm not going to worry too much about those other bones there. Instead, we'll move on into this next area here, and more lovely stuff for us to take. So we do want to try and build up our currency. It's definitely got a kind of Indiana Jones feel to it, hasn't it? Red potion, so we need that. And what was the other thing? It said a feather, wasn't it? We need to look for a feather. No doubt in the final room here. Okay. Anything else we can pick up while we're in here? Any more money of any kind? Doesn't look like it, does it? Can we like that? Yes. Oh, and the candles. Right. Let's see what happens then now. And the bone. Whoa! That is something that made me jump, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, we've opened up the passageway, we can now head on down. I don't think stepping over this, that is weird. No, I won't fall down, so we'll use the ladder. Let's try and get around this. Can't like that now. Our next checkpoint. There we go. Right, so skeleton over there. Doesn't seem too friendly. Let's try and loot this treasure while we duck down. Is that it? Seems to be. Guess we head down here. How much gold have we got now? Quite a bit. So we need a key to get through there. We've got a ladder down there. There's a switch on the wall. Well, that was a torch, but it's a switch. Let's see what's going on out here. I think we can possibly purchase a sword. So we actually get to fight in this game, which is interesting. And depending on how much gold you've collected, you can get the battle-worn steel sword, the crafted broadsword, or the sunforged sword. The sunforged sword is just going to be too expensive no matter what the case at this point in the game. So we'll come back to that later. For now, we're going to get the crafted broadsword. So we'll go up. And that will take 300 of our gold. Oh, that made me jump. I thought I actually hit something in real life then, but it was the other sword. And we get to have a week practice. Move sword hand this far to strike. Or just stab it. Stab him in the head, look. And we'll be able to get a shield later as well so we can block enemy attacks. So as you can imagine, this is a heck of a lot of fun. Even though the enemies are few and far between at the minute, don't worry about that. Later on they'll be swarming us. And it does take a little bit of skill to take them on, just because of their numbers. The AI in this game isn't brilliant in all honesty. But that doesn't matter too much because you can forgive it because the game is just so fun anyway. Right, so here we go. Look, our first enemy encounter. He's got 13 health. There we go. And the loot. Start replenishing that gold. So if you do get an opportunity to experience this game, then it is well worth it. It really is. Head down the ladder here. See what we can collect. We're looking for a key, of course, for that third room that we couldn't access in this area. Is that something? Yep. Always just have a peer on inside in these places. There's the key. Grab that. Can't hold two items, so I'll just pop that down for a moment. Okay, I can't actually put that down, so we'll put it in our weapon holster thing and put the key in there. We don't need the sword for the moment, so we'll just wait until we can use the key, and then we'll put our sword back on. There we go. We've boosted up our health. So this is an RPG, which means that we will be doing some kinds of character development as we go through and just boosting up our stats. all the lovely loops to get here. And a kind of puzzle room that we need to make our way through now. We need to sort out the water line and whatnot because we cannot traverse the water itself. So let's just head on over here for now. We're going to use that switch first and foremost. We can see there's a gem down there. By the way, the tracking is so accurate that when I'm pointing at things and you see it shaking, that's not the tracking being off, that is my actual hand shaking and the tracking's picking it up, believe it or not. So it's quite incredible really. How do we get down here? There we go. You do have a limited range on the teleport. Right, we can't collect that just yet. So we'll come back for it. Right, we could buy a healing potion if we want to spend 100 of our gold. We've only just got 100. So we will for later on. We could drink it now, but we don't need it, of course. We've got maximum amounts of health. I think that was healing, wasn't it? Could have been mana, but no, it was healing. Can we break that? Yeah, we can. I didn't realise that, actually. Nothing to get from in there. Oh dear. Hit my projector. Without a shield, you kind of need to parry the attacks. The one problem with virtual reality, and I guess it's not going to be a problem that's easily solved, is if you get an itch on your eye or something, you just have to take the whole headset off. So, or do what I'm doing right now, which is just persevere through it. Grab that gold, coins, whatever it's called. Make sure there's no enemies there. I'm worried that I'm going to miss that other good stuff that was over in that first room. Have we got a battle upcoming? Yes, we have. There's a little skeleton fellow over there. It's not looking in the best of mood, so we'll go and see what his problem is. Just loot what we can first and foremost. So again, it is about parrying the attacks or getting your attacks in before they can. There we go. Let's start heading up the stairs here. Ah, right, okay. I can hear a bow and arrow of some kind. Yep, there's a fellow over there that's shooting at us. Fortunately, we can actually dodge these arrows. You don't have to move your whole body either, that's just kind of like a natural reaction. Obviously, just move your head. I guess that's all that's being tracked. Let's start making our way around. Since we cannot kill him from where we are. And we can actually access a shield now, by the looks of things, if this opens that gate, which I assume it's going to. And we do just about have enough to purchase that, so we can just pop that away. Now we can block enemy attacks, and hopefully enemy arrows as well, which is pretty useful because there's no doubt going to be enemies up here waiting for us. Can we smash into that shield? No. There's absolutely no nausea or anything in terms of needing VR legs in this game, in all honesty. And by the way, just in case you're worried about things like that, I am somebody who is absolutely prone to things like motion sickness and You know, if I go in the car, I have to drive. If I'm a passenger, you know, it's not long before I'm feeling really blurred. But the only experience I've had negative in the Vive so far, believe it or not, was when I tried to play a game called Lucky's Tale, which is actually a game for the Rift. And it's not a room scale game, you use the controller to move your character around, and that threw me. That really did throw me. So I haven't put that one back on recently. But this room scale stuff's just incredible, it really is. And we seem to be trapped, okay, as we go across the planks here. Trying to avoid getting hit by that fella down there. He's really after our blood, isn't he? Got a few skellies to take out on our way around, so let's go and do that now. One more hit should just about take this guy out, I reckon. There we go. The combat is so much fun, it really is. I don't know how it actually looks from your perspective on the monitor, but obviously to me these skeletons are full size. You know, they're as big as I am. And when they're waving these massive swords and boards at you, you do kind of feel like you have to be on your guard a bit. Right, this guy's not going down, is he? Whew. There we go. It's just who's got the better stamina at the end of the day, isn't it? And we're still on full health, actually. Yeah, don't try and lead on wolves, they're not there. I just keep telling myself that. Right. So, we can pull that lever here. That should open now, yes. And we should be able to use this to head down. Oh, he hit me. Try and get a bit closer. Oh, goodbye, fella. And we'll take our treasure for that. Oh, we get to purchase a bow now as well. 480. I would like to get the silver bow, so I might just pop back to see if we can get a little bit more gold. We just need 20 more, it might be something there either. So, it'd be a shame to get the weaker bow just for the sake of 20. But since we're safe here, guys, I'm going to finish off for today. So let me know what you've thought of this episode, and if you want to carry on playing Vanishing Realms Rite of Steel. Hopefully you guys do, but I'm not going to obviously carry on if you don't care much for it. Wow, this room is just... Well, it looks massive to me, it really does. So, looks like I'm heading up there soon, doesn't it? Anyway guys, I've been your host, Fuzzfinger. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you've enjoyed this episode. And maybe I'll see you soon for more Vanishing Realms. Bye for now, guys.